My friends, history has always whispered a secret. The world is not only shaped by kings, warriors, and leaders. It is shaped by women who dared. A woman who dared to speak when silence was demanded. A woman who dared to dream when the world told her to stay small. A woman who dared to fight for tomorrow, even when today looked impossible. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But let me add this, when a woman conceives a dream in her mind, she not only achieves it, she changes the destiny of generations. Why did this happen to me? Why is life unfair to me? Why am I not lucky? But women who dare, those who truly redefine the future, ask a different, bolder question. Why not me? Why can't I be the first in my family to graduate? Why can't I run a business in a world that says it's not for me? Why can't I rewrite the rules that never served me? Why not me? Is not just a question. It is a declaration of war against limitation. Think about it, every invention, every breakthrough, every transformation in history began with someone who had the courage to challenge the impossible. And women, in particular, have carried this fire silently for centuries. They were told, "You can't." Yet they replied, "Why not?" When fear whispered, "Don't try, you will fail," they laughed and asked, "But what if I fly?" And here's the truth, every time a woman dares to ask, "Why not me?" she gives permission to another woman to do the same. One spark of courage becomes wildfire. Napoleon Hill taught us that every great achievement begins with a definite purpose and a burning desire. But desire alone is not enough. It requires the audacity to believe you are worthy of the dream you carry. Women who dare know this. They do not wait for the perfect time, the perfect resources, or the perfect approval. They simply say, "Why not me? Why not now?" That is the mindset shift that changes everything. Because once you stop waiting for permission and start daring to claim your place, the world has no choice but to make room for you. Every human being will experience pain, but women, throughout history, have carried a unique weight of it. Pain of being underestimated, pain of being told, "You can't," pain of carrying responsibilities that the world never sees. Yet here is the secret. Pain is never wasted when it is used as power. A daring woman understands this truth. She knows that heartbreak can either break her forever or build her into something unshakable. She understands that failure is not the opposite of success. It is the preparation for it. Every rejection, every disappointment, every sleepless night, every tear that hits the pillow, it is not the end. It is raw energy waiting to be converted into strength. Imagine a diamond. How is it formed? Not by comfort, not by ease, but by pressure. The harder the pressure, the brighter the shine. Women who dare take that same principle and live it. They transform emotional scars into badges of honor. They look at pain not as punishment, but as training. Think of the single mother who raises children while working 2 jobs. She may be exhausted, but in that exhaustion she learns resilience, resourcefulness, and fire. Think of the young woman who is told she's not good enough for her dreams. Instead of surrendering, she turns that criticism into fuel and works twice as hard. The very pain that was meant to stop her becomes the engine that drives her forward. Napoleon Hill said, "Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit." Women who dare know how to water that seed. They do not allow bitterness to grow. They allow greatness to grow. Their pain becomes their teacher. Their suffering becomes their strategy. Their struggle becomes their story. And stories are what move nations. And here's the magic: when a woman turns her pain into power, she doesn't just rise alone. She inspires others who are in pain to believe that they can rise too. Her strength becomes a light, and her scars become maps that guide others out of the dark. Because the truth is simple: pain will either imprison you or empower you. Women who dare always choose empowerment. The difference between those who stay average and those who redefine the future is not talent, not luck, not opportunity. It is resilience. And women, especially those who dare, carry resilience in their very soul. From the moment they are told, "You are less," something inside whispers, "Stand taller." From the moment they are pushed aside, something inside replies, "Step forward anyway." Unstoppable resilience is not about never falling. It is about refusing to stay down. Think of the woman who fails in business once, twice, even 3 times, but each time comes back sharper, stronger, wiser. That is resilience. Think of the young girl who is told her dreams are too big, yet she keeps dreaming anyway. That is resilience. A resilient woman may cry, but she wipes her tears and continues. She may bend under pressure, but she does not break. She may face storms, but she learns how to dance in the rain. And here's the most powerful part: resilience is not always loud and dramatic. Sometimes resilience is simply waking up again tomorrow and saying, "Let me try one more time." Napoleon Hill taught us that persistence is to the character of a person what carbon is to steel. It is what hardens, strengthens, and sharpens the mind. For women who dare, resilience is the secret ingredient that makes them unshakable. Life throws rejection, they bounce back. Life brings failure, they study the lesson. Life gives them heartbreak, they turn it into wisdom. The truth is, resilience is not about being untouched by struggle. It is about being untouchable in spirit. No matter what happens, the daring woman carries an inner voice that says, "I am not done yet." And sometimes, her resilience looks almost playful. She may fail today, but tomorrow she shows up with a smile, saying, "Is that all you've got?" That light-hearted defiance against hardship is what makes her unstoppable, because you cannot defeat someone who refuses to stop trying.